Welcome back to the show. It's I Quit My Band. How's everyone doing?
Good.
Great.
My
Spicy.
name... Oh, spicy.
Yeah.
Well, how about that? That's a new one.
Yeah, I put a little extra sauce on my chicken quesadilla I made before I came over.
You got
here.
that still on your lips.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah. My name is Nate.
I'm JJ.
I'm Evan.
We thank you for being here. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go ahead and subscribe down below. Comment as well. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips and comedy skits. Get the shirt, the IQMB shirt, down in the description there, and follow our Patreon page. $5 a month to become a quitter for bonus content that's coming out weekly now. This is the first week we haven't done it in like 6 weeks, so I feel pretty good about that. Yeah. Tonight we're going to be talking about something that is global news.
It's not for the Chads.
It's not. This one's not for the Chads.
This is almost Chad-averse.
This is
Negative Chad.
This is nega Chad. Yeah. We were gonna not talk about this. But the result of the album was so catastrophic that I feel like we have to talk about Taylor Swift's new album, The Life of a Showgirl.
If it was just another album of songs, like a folklore, it wouldn't be on.
No. If this was Tortured Poets Department, like 25 tracks.
What's the Robin Williams movie? Oh, Captain, My Captain.
Dead Poets Society.
Dead Poets.
Dead
That's
Poets.
what I kept calling that album. The Dead Poets Society.
I was going to call it, was it Jack? What was the movie where he's
Jack.
Yeah, you're talking about Bicentennial.
Patch Adams.
Where he's a robot president or something.
Yeah. Anyways.
Yeah, so Taylor Swift, obviously, I mean, she needs no introduction. She's the biggest pop star in the world. Ever. Probably ever, honestly. She released a new album after much, all this marketing promotion, The Life of a Showgirl.
She obviously didn't check the calendar and see if Melt was putting out an album the same day or anything.
Kind of disgusting.
Kind of
revolting.
This is also why we're out here to dunk. JJ's band puts out a record the same day. We had to defend your honor.
Yeah,
the Venn diagrams cross over so much between stoner rock and Taylor Swift. That
Actually, it's probably just you. For dudes who love giant stoner riffs and girl pop artists. It's just you.
JJ's face just in the middle.
Yeah.
But it would be we've ignored her work basically throughout because why do we care?
It's not for us. We have no stake in the game.
No.
We don't want to upset the Swifties. We don't. It doesn't matter to us. I've always checked out a Taylor Swift album because I'm just morbidly curious about what is the big, the most popular music ever.
Yeah.
I'm always what does it sound like? So I've checked out Folklore and Evermore and the Tortured Poets Department in Midnights over the past couple years, and I'm always just it's just not for me. I don't really necessarily get it. Even her albums that are considered the better ones like Folklore and Evermore that got pretty good reviews.
1989. That one's.
Yeah, I listened. I mean, that one's got some bangers. That one's got Blank Space and those I think.
Yeah,
Bad Blood.
Bad Blood, and also Shake It Off.
Shake It Off, great song.
Yeah, and I get there was a period of time the ascent of Taylor Swift where it made more sense because you're these are just really catchy songs.
Yeah. Yes.
And it feels like if anybody wrote Trouble When You Walked In or something, they were going to become a big pop artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the last 10 years where she gained this enormous cult following, it felt would anyone care if this music was released by anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Totally.
a good question.
There's no thought in my mind that if a new artist came out with the Tortured Poets Department, that it would have been the #1 album in America, or that it would even been listened to.
Yeah.
You think? Oh, it wouldn't?
It wouldn't.
No.
Oh no, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you said would.
I don't think it would have.
No, it would not have.
Yeah, it's it wouldn't have competed in the hyper competitive pop space, but it's coming with the baggage of it being a Taylor Swift album and all the personal stuff that she puts in her life, that she puts in her songs that is a whole other reason to like Taylor Swift if
Yeah.
you're a Taylor Swift fan that
Yeah.
you can like decode like, oh, this one's about Loki. Or,
Yeah, that's
this
the
one's
thing.
about John Elway or whatever, whoever the
John
fuck.
John
Who
Elway.
is that
This is
she
about
dated?
Denver
Denver
Broncos,
Denver Broncos
great.
quarterback John Elway.
with the
Yeah.
vortex.
She loves football players.
Yeah, that period of time where Taylor Swift dated John Elway. Everyone knows that.
No, but I think if there's one thing that us as a podcast could get down with about Taylor Swift, well, maybe 2/3 of us, is the lore. Because she's all about lore and clues and shit.
Yeah.
Because we are either current or reformed or prior Giz fans.
Lore heads.
Lore
Yeah,
heads.
yeah.
Yeah.
A band all about lore.
Well, when you're into it, when you're a fan of the band, like you can appreciate lore when it's sprinkled into an album. You're like, oh,
Yeah.
this is like that's cool.
That's
but
an
it's never,
Easter egg.
Yeah, it's an Easter egg. Like it points back to their previous work or something, or
Yeah.
it points to this, and that's like, you know, it's a cool thing to have like happen on a record. And you're like, oh wow, but for me, it's never been like the reason to listen to a record.
Also,
And it's also a little different when it's like King Giz, it's stuff that they made up.
yeah.
And for Taylor Swift, it's like shit that you read on TMZ.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like 6
That's
months
the
before.
lore.
Oh, and
Yeah.
also like what you talked about, like little moments in a song or maybe album art or something. That's as far as it goes for
Right.
those bands. With the Swifties, it's any move she makes,
Yeah.
any like bowel movement she makes could be a clue into some sort of like new angle
Yeah.
or something.
I was watching something and someone was like, she released it on 10/3, and this is her 13th album, and she really loves.
10 plus 3.
Yeah, like the
equals-
13 is her number, and I was like,
No, it's not.
it's everyone's number. You know what I mean? It's like the number of Halloween. You know,
Yeah,
like
it's
who
Jason,
cares?
dude.
It's Jason.
Yeah, she's not this maniacal. She's not like the bad guy from Saw, leaving clues around like you're gonna,
Yeah,
my next
Well,
record.
after
Yeah,
this one, I don't know.
Yeah, there's a couple saw traps I think I would take before playing this album again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Put that fucking bear
not-
trap
I-
on my
I get what she's saying is. I'm saying is she's not like this evil genius that would do these types of clue sprinkling that her fan base makes her seem like she is.
I mean, no.
Or is she?
I mean, she. Who I'm not really sure. Like
Yeah.
I never really
Also,
understood.
who cares?
I never really understood like why everyone was so into her like lore and like the little things that she sprinkles
Yeah.
because it wasn't like you said, like the King Giz stuff is stuff that they made up, and
Yeah.
the Taylor Swift stuff is just stuff that you already know. Like it's stuff
Yeah.
that you don't have to like. It's like, oh, she's like this song's called the not like the letters that M and H are in the alphabet, and that
Yeah.
points to Maddie Healy, and it could be about that, and it's like that's
he dodged a bullet.
like why?
It's
you know?
just gossip.
It's just
You-
gossip. Yeah.
And yeah, we would regularly not be interested in it, but then we listen to it, and I have found everything over the past 5 to 10 years of hers very boring,
Yeah.
but nothing this like cringeworthy.
Yeah.
This one it's fascinating.
It
Like
is.
I've listened to this album more than any other Taylor Swift album because I'm just like I'm trying to kind of figure out just what she was thinking. You know, like
Yeah.
what were you thinking when you were making this?
Well, there's a clear regression in like nuance and songwriting zhuzh that's going on where it's like when for some reason when she was like a young kid, like the points she was making or like the illusions she was making were much more sophisticated.
Yeah, or
Yeah.
was it the 8th grade book report level writing was more palatable
Yeah.
from
Yeah.
like a teenager?
yeah, you
and
can
now
kind of
like
excuse it.
yeah, like there's a song in here where she's talking about second period.
Yeah.
And you're like,
Yeah.
you're almost 40.
You're 36 years old.
What are we
There's a
doing?
whole song about like high school.
Yeah.
And I'm
Yeah.
like, you can't talk
Dude.
about walking the halls anymore.
The only one that can do that is Jack Black because he fucking was in School of Rock.
I mean, I
You know.
guess maybe,
Maybe. But even he doesn't
if
do
you made
that
a
anymore.
School of Rock themed album.
Yeah.
sure. But yeah, this one, I mean, like Midnight's. The past couple releases, like I remember listening to Midnight's and being like, "Oh God, this is like really boring." But like, it still gave you like anti-hero and songs that like you're like, "Oh, that one's not too bad."
Yep.
This one, I feel like just had nothing like there was no bangers on it. There
The
was
first 3, I think, are palatable.
They're
pop
not
songs.
bad, but I wasn't.
They're not
blown
bangers,
I
no.
wasn't blown away by any of them.
No singles for this album too, by the way.
Yeah, there
right?
was no-
She just
I don't
put
think
it
she
out.
does that anymore.
No.
'Cause I don't
She
think
doesn't.
Tortured Poets.
I think it's probably much more like beneficial to her to just like
Dump
drop
it.
yeah,
Dump.
and to have people stay up until like 3 a.m.
It's the funny thing.
With the decoder ring, the Taylor Swift.
Literally,
decoder
the
ring.
kid
Yeah.
from like A Christmas Story, like drink more,
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
Matt Healy sucks.
he's an asshole.
The funny thing is, I stayed up till midnight that night to see my album pop up on Spotify.
Yeah.
Spotify legit crashed for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, I heard it
Oh, yeah?
crash.
Yeah, I was like, oh, of course. Yeah,
I heard
that's
it
cool.
did crash.
Yeah.
Well, and I think that one of the things that's interesting for me in watching the reaction to this record, like there's a couple like glowing reviews that came out, like Rolling Stone gave it 5 stars.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
And that is insane.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
to call this a perfect album. But what I saw more of is it seemed like a lot of people were finally ready to be like, all right, what the fuck are we doing here?
Yeah.
That's why I was so intrigued by it, because like I listened to it without seeing any reviews. I was just like, I'm just gonna listen to this because I'm interested in hearing what it sounds like. And then like listening to it and being like, gee, like these lyrics are like just like every song just putting a bad taste in my mouth. And then just going on TikTok and seeing like young girls reacting to it, just being like, this must be a joke. Like this is awful. Like
Yeah.
the first review or any reaction I saw was Dave Portnoy's, him just being like, all right, it's I gotta say it's not her best,
Which is
but
the
it's
most,
it's pretty good. And I
You
was
know
like,
it's bad when even Portney's
Yeah,
like, it's not
it's
your
not
bad.
her
one of the
best.
more bizarre Swift. It's not real. It's all an act. I think.
Sure,
That
yeah.
guy doesn't give a fuck about music.
I mean, he defends Taylor Swift with every album she puts out, but
Yeah.
I don't
does.
know why. At this
I don't
point.
know.
I don't know if he
understand-
just hates Kanye.
Yeah, he might just hate.
He might.
Kanye.
I don't know what he has to
I
gain.
mean, everyone
though.
hates Kanye. Now,
Yeah, well,
so
yeah,
it's
it's
not
not-
hard to hate Kanye.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think it might spell, and this might just be wishful thinking, but I think this is like a title shift in, I think poptimism is finally dead. I think that a big part of Taylor Swift's rise was also the rise of poptimism, where it was like her music was seen on the same exact level as every indie rock band,
Yeah.
every hip hop artist, whatever. And like, irregardless of the fact that she has gajillions of dollars to make her album, Jack Antonoff was the producer for much of it, and Max Martin's on this one.
Yeah.
And comparing it to just some band who gets in a studio and is like, shaking songs from their guitars.
Yeah.
It does feel like we've reached the end of that. Like
Yeah.
she has benefited off of that. I think like really the last few albums were carried by that wave.
Yeah.
And now it feels like that energy is no longer there. They're like, this is hollow, this is meaningless. The lyrics are shallow, and it's like, yeah, you probably could have said that about the last 3, but it's just so egregious
Yeah.
that people are finally like, okay.
Yeah, I mean, this one, like, she had like Jack Antonoff and Aaron Dessner from The National produce her last couple, and then she moved to Max Martin and Shellback to produce this one, who like wrote every pop song of the last like 25 years.
And I think they worked on some of her older albums, too.
I think they did, yeah. But yeah, it seemed like people had like parasocial relationships sort of with like Jack Antonoff a little bit. Like they knew, like he was kind of a star, and it was kind of a thing to have Jack Antonoff produce your record. We've talked about him on the show before. And now it's just like we're moving back to like we just want to make straight up pop music. And yeah, it didn't work out because we've talked about Antonoff on the show and how he's probably like a good hang that like you can bounce ideas off of. Max Martin, I'm not sure how that relationship works. Does he come in with like a full song just written and then, or she writes the lyrics over top of it, or it's just an instrumental, and there's not really like much idea bouncing or like collaboration there. I'm not sure how that works, but it definitely hurt everything about this album, because this album's called Life of a Showgirl, and she's like 9 different covers to this record, and they're all her in like these, you know, like Vegas, like sparkly, like crazy outfits. And then you listen to this record and it's just so bland and there's nothing like big or grandiose about it. Like that's what I was expecting. I was expecting like something that's like fucking
Liza Minnelli.
Yeah,
like the
big,
Grand Ole Opry,
big band, like kick lines.
yeah,
and
like
shit.
that would be cool. That's what I was expecting.
I see tweets of like, this is what the new Taylor Swift album sounds like, and it's boiled chicken and rice.
Yeah.
Unseasoned boiled chicken.
And there, when I saw that Max Martin was coming back for this one, I was like, oh, it's going to be like 1989 or something, like these more bombastic sort of pop sounds. But yeah, it's so bloodless.
Yeah, there's just, like these songs are like skeletal and they sound thin. Like the production just sounds very like, I don't know, easy listening in some regard, but even on like the bigger ones, like Fate of Ophelia is the opener and it's probably the biggest song on the record, but and it really doesn't have like the backbone of some of her other like bigger songs. Like I went back and listened to Anti-Hero because I remember that song sounding also very like bloodless, like you said. And
that was her what I consider her last like commercial hit.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you say?
I would think so, yeah. Like it was like her last big like pop song.
It was on commercials and shit.
And that's like
everywhere.
not a bad song, but it suffered from Antonoff-ism, you know? Like it was just kind of felt like very flat and washed out.
Yeah.
That was the biggest problem with it. But these songs, like it's just the delivery of her lyrics and the way she wrote lyrics and like the point of view that she's coming from on this record. Like to me, this album felt like listening to a girl that you knew from high school, like figure out how to make songs with AI and like release a record. You know what I mean? Because it just has this like bully mentality. Like these songs just feel like a mean girl who has the most money in the world to spend. Like it's like daddy money or something to just blow on making something that is no one's really going to relate to unless you're in her circle of friends.
Yeah, unless you're Travis Kelce,
Yeah.
at which point Wood is hitting like fucking gangbusters.
Right.
Yeah, there's, a lot of her appeal was she was always able to pit herself against something. Like she always had some sort of adversary. It was Kanye and Kim for a while, and then like,
X's,
and then
John Mayer,
and
John
like,
Elway.
John Elway.
And like a part of like the Poptimism thing, she's like that indie band that's way cooler than mine.
Yeah.
Like she would pit like the music critics against her. So now there's no opposition. You've gone to every stadium on earth. Literally, the album also had a movie come out with it.
Did it?
It was just lyrics on a screen.
Oh, I didn't.
And it
know
made
that.
$33 million.
Yeah.
So she has the #1 album in the world, the #1 movie in the world.
Didn't know the
She
movie
just
happened.
got done with a $1 billion tour. It's like, like a lot of these songs where she still sounds like bitter.
Yeah.
You're like,
Yeah. I don't.
I know.
That's what I didn't understand.
You are literally on top of the mountain, and you are the mountain.
Yeah.
That everyone's climbing.
That's what I didn't understand. Like you're also like you don't really have. She doesn't have an enemy per se anymore. Like maybe it's Maddie Healy.
Well, Charlie XCX.
Charlie XCX, but like
romantic.
that came out of
Apparently.
nowhere.
Yeah, it was like, and wasn't Charlie's song just about how she was uncomfortable?
Yeah,
being,
Sympathy
like,
is a Knife,
Yes.
which is a fucking banger if
Yeah.
you've ever heard. But it's just about her like being insecure around possibly Taylor Swift. Like they think it's Taylor Swift because she was dating Maddie Healy, and Charlie XCX is married to the drummer of the 1975.
Charlie XCX has more gusto, aura, swag in like the turds that she drops
Yeah, I
than
mean-
Taylor Swift has in her entire network combined.
Well, I think after this album, sure. I mean, I think before, maybe not, but like after this record, I think people are definitely whatever like battle she's picking with Charlie XCX. Charlie XCX is just winning by default.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Brat was a whole like thing last year.
Yeah.
Like it was a huge
Well, and also
movement.
the way that Taylor Swift conveyed her disdain for Charlie XCX with the lyrics was so
Dude.
like normie, like 50-year-old mom in the suburbs like being pissed at their kids for doing something.
It's so Regina
it was
George.
crazy.
It was the most Regina George, and then whatever the Janice Ian.
Tell me you've never
coded
tried.
thing.
Tell me you've never tried cocaine without telling me.
Yeah.
You know, or drugs in general. Like you're playing yourself as this like normie, boring ass like boiled chicken and rice lady.
Yeah, I mean,
Cat lady.
It was just like, I don't know. The lyrics just it felt like you're bullying someone who and everyone knows, like, if Sympathy is a Knife is the song that you're like replying to or like having an answer to in this like battle, then yeah, it's like picking on someone who is not even close to your size at all. And I mean, Charli XCX, I would say is maybe close to Taylor Swift in popularity.
The underground, though.
Yeah.
She's not like, like Swifties are not like in the same. Talk about a Venn diagram. They do not really cross that much.
Probably not a ton. There probably is a little bit.
Maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like Taylor Swift takes up so much cultural real estate.
Yeah.
That definitely because they're big pop musicians.
Yeah.
But the way that those two artists are perceived are so different. Like Charli XCX still has some like alternative edge, which I think makes her more appealing to like guys like us.
Yeah.
But I would say actually Romantic is one of the more embarrassing ones.
Yeah.
Wood is insane.
Wood is crazy.
Is awful, dude. Wood is one of the worst.
We're going to talk about it in the next episode.
Yeah, we are.
But that song is unbelievable.
Yeah.
Yeah, to do it, like everybody like everyone knows what you're talking about. You're just talking about your fiance's dick for 3 minutes.
It's funny because it's like it starts off as being like just kind of a romantic song. Like the first verse, you're just like, oh, okay, she's happy with Travis Kelce. And that's another funny thing that I was going to say before. It's like she used to have like exes to pick on in these records, and now she's just in a happy relationship with like the star tight end of like the world,
Yeah.
So you
the
can't
only
really
thing she
bitch
can
about
do
that
is make
either.
a song about his hog.
Yeah. But it starts off just like nice and it sounds like romantic, and then it just gets so vulgar. Like the most, and it's just a thing that she learned from like, oh, Sabrina Carpenter has all these songs that are like filled with sexual innuendos, and people love that. And then she tries to do it, and everyone's like, "Ew,
Grandma, stop!"
Well, and it's all just the lack of poetry whatsoever. It's like insane.
Or cleverness.
Yeah, I don't
the
have
redwood
to knock
tree
on
that opened my thighs.
open my thigh." Yeah,
Come
ending
on.
the song with like the music cut out, and it's like, "Open my thighs," and it's like,
Ew.
yeah, it's gross.
Canceled is also
Canceled's unbelievable.
unbelievable, and it's also like. Motley. If you're in the same creative playground as Motley Crue,
Not just
in
Motley
2024,
Crue, Tom McDonald.
Yeah.
It's like
dude. The unholy triumvirate of fucking Tom McDonald, Motley Crue, and Taylor Swift. And they're all basically the same.
they're the same
Yeah.
songs. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just about how sick it is to get canceled.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't even know, like, is she canceled? Like,
No.
has she ever been canceled?
She's in pot. She will never be canceled.
I don't know how. I don't know what she's referring to. Like, I don't know. I don't remember the story in the news of her like getting canceled. Maybe it was the thing
Didn't
with
she
Kanye and Kim with. But that was like years ago.
She had, like,
Famous.
some
That's like
sort of-
2016.
That song's awesome. By
It
the way.
is awesome.
There's some sort of lyric in one of her old songs where she like calls someone gay. Or
Yeah, it's one of her
something.
like very early songs. I can't remember what it is.
It's
but
awesome.
It might have been. It might have been what she's referring to. Maybe. It was like,
Maybe.
she got canceled for
Dude,
that.
you
20
are
years?
grasping at
Yeah,
straws.
that's
Yeah,
nothing.
I don't think people who are canceled are making $1 billion
like
on tour.
it's crazy.
And and it's like also in 2025, like well after we've already talked about cancellation, like to death, you're showing up late to the party to talk about it.
And not just like canceled, she put it in all caps with an exclamation point. Molly Crew didn't even do that.
No. Dude, they
It's
left
like,
the exclamation
"Woke up in the
off.
morning, just got canceled." There's like,
Yeah.
fuck it, I don't care.
That
For
was our worst
context,
song of
yeah.
2024.
It was, yeah.
For context,
I think
that
this
was
is
our-
worse.
This
Yeah.
could be. This is worse than that
Yeah.
for sure.
Because that
There's, like-
riff in canceled, Paint that
pretty
bat.
good.
There's like 3 or 4 songs on this record that could make our top 10 at the end of the year.
I think I mean the first 3 songs not terrible. I don't really like any of them. But it really starts to go downhill when Eldest Daughter hits.
Yeah.
Eldest Daughter has some of the most embarrassing, I think the most embarrassing lyrics on the whole record. It starts off with let me just pull up the lyrics here.
I think it's
All this
go
like
ahead.
this like 2014 like Tumblr
Oh,
words.
yeah.
Everybody's so punk on the internet. Everyone's unbothered till they're not. Every joke's just trolling and memes. Sad as it seems, apathy is hot. I'm not a bad bitch. This isn't savage. Like,
Yeah.
and then it was like there's a one lyric about
I've been afflicted by a terminal uniqueness.
Yeah.
That is like
we all
That's
dressed up as
crazy.
wolves and we looked fire. Like, dude, are you kidding me?
Well,
like,
to me, this just looks like a artist that has no one to tell her, no one to hold her accountable
Yeah.
around her at
Yeah.
all.
everyone
and
is just saying yes in
Because
that
everyone's
studio.
like, because it doesn't matter what we say or what anyone says. This is gonna make her $1 gajillion. The fucking movie that's just lyrics on
Yeah.
these exact lyrics on a screen that people sat and watched.
imagine IMAX seeing
yeah, just
it.
saying, not a bad bitch.
Yeah. But that it doesn't matter. It does
Yeah.
literally. It does not matter
And
what
then
it is.
I think there are 23 physical variants that you can buy the album in.
Oh, nice, dude.
23.
23. There's
Love
like
that.
8 different CDs,
Yeah, I
12
saw it at
different
Target,
vinyls.
That's cool.
And I think she already sold like over 2 million physical copies of this album.
Of course you did. Yeah.
for all the people with CD players and record, all those people probably have record players.
Well,
too.
yeah, and she does that thing of like each variant has like 2 acoustic tracks.
Oh my
So-
god.
So you kind of have to get them all.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you're insane,
Yeah.
sure.
I'm sure there's
Oh,
people that already
yeah.
have all
There's
of
so
them.
many.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Eldest Daughter, I think, is my least favorite song on the record, but that's also the best one to listen to. It's the one that you can just, like, laugh at the most because
Yeah.
it's insane.
Everyone's so punk on the internet.
yeah.
That's literally us.
Yeah. We are punk.
We're
on the
punks
We're
on the
so
internet.
We're
punk
punks
on
on
the
the internet.
Yeah, and then like by the time Sabrina Carpenter shows up, like you don't care.
No,
Yeah.
you're just like, yeah, it
Sabrina
doesn't
Carpenter
matter.
can't save this.
Yeah. No, I mean, and that's not it's not a bad song, the last
No.
track, but, like, it's, like, way too little too late. You're just like, what?
And her vocal sounds like, in comparison to the 40 minutes of Taylor that you heard,
Yeah.
it sounds like way more inspired.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like she
And-
actually has something to
And it's
say.
called Life of a Showgirl, and like you said, like the concept of the album is nowhere to be found.
No, it's
Nowhere.
not here
it's
at all.
just like the album cover.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You
it's
know?
just something that she thought
There's
was
this
cool.
woman that does like posts. She's like an influencer that works for Barstool, who's like the swiftiest Swiftie of all the Swifties.
Oh, I think I know
Kelly
who that is.
Keegs?
Yeah.
Who physically weeps whenever a new Taylor Swift thing is announced. A follow of her on social is truly like mental hospital type stuff. Like you need to be checked.
I can't imagine what those people who have that reaction to Taylor Swift music thought of this record. Like, there has to be people that are just like, this is genius.
Explain your
there
way
has to be.
through.
There has to be, but I think for some people, this is like
This is the
waking up from like
Yeah.
a 10-year
Yeah.
drunken stupor where you're like, oh my God.
what have I been
Yeah.
consuming? Yeah.
Yeah, there is part of me that saw the reaction and then have seen the reaction to like Turnstile and Geese.
Yeah.
And I'm like, rock is ascending.
It
For
might
the
be
first-
ascending,
For
yeah.
the first time in like a decade.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
like the poptimism wave has broke and it's starting to crest.
Yeah.
And it does seem like there's actually like some organic energy behind rock bands in the cultural space again.
Well, they're doing cool things. I mean, like, they're
Yeah.
actually, like, I mean, Geese and Turnstile are putting on these, like, guerrilla shows that are, like, huge and, like,
And think of
mean
like
something.
yeah, and like for young kids, like
Yeah.
you're growing up at a time where like you're never gonna own a house, you
Right.
have no fucking money.
Yeah.
What seems cooler, a giant free show that
Yeah.
you can go to a cool band, or 23
Yeah.
variants that you can't
Spending
afford?
more money
Yeah.
on
Exactly.
shit that you're not even going to listen to.
It's going to
because
be
you can't-
landfill material
Yeah.
when
Oh,
you
yeah.
die.
I want to go back into the record a little bit because I'm not done talking shit on these lyrics.
I did like in Canceled, you girl boss too close to
Yeah,
the
girl.
sun.
I mean, that's
Yeah,
classic.
that's cool.
That is yeah, dude.
Unbelievable.
I get.
That's
I
awesome.
mean, get that tattooed like on my neck.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's great. I like when she says, "Are you having far too much fun?" And it sounds like she says "fart." She's like, "Are you having far too much fun?" I'm like, "Fart."
Nice, that's cool.
There's a lyric
she
that
did just say
truly
fart?
fucking disgusts me. The song "Wish List."
Is that the one with the dollar sign?
Yeah, this
Yeah.
one's about like starting a family with Travis Kelce in like a suburban neighborhood, pretty much. And there's a line that says, "Have a couple kids, got the whole block looking like you." And I was like,
Ooh.
"What the fuck does that?"
Is that like an Aryan race?
That's
type
what I
situation?
do. That's exactly. That's
Nick
where
Fuentes
yeah.
relax.
I'd
over
prefer. That's more like I'd prefer. You know.
That's where my mind went, and I hate it. Like in that moment, I was like, I don't want to be like one of these like, oh my god, like
Yeah.
read too much into it, like liberal guys. But that is a weird thing to say.
Yeah.
Like, got the whole block looking like you. It's like, okay,
Okay, so
Travis
you just want,
Kelce's spreading his seed around
there.
like
Yeah, having
some,
sex with all of our neighbors.
some suburban neighborhood.
maybe she's moving to Utah to be like a sister wife. Or
Yeah, it
something.
was just like
Oh, yeah.
creepy. I don't know.
I do remember this one. They want the critical smash Palme d'Or and an Oscar on their bathroom floor.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
yeah,
hate
you
the-
got him.
I hate the fancy words that she throws in there too. It's
Well,
always
she's
like
a poet, dude.
girl that just got back from studying abroad in France in high school.
Yeah.
that just, like,
I mean,
can't
these are
stop
crazy.
dropping
They want a
shit.
contract with Real Madrid. They want that spring break that was fucking lit.
Yeah, like
Fucking
where
lit?
are we? What year are we? Like, is this still 2013? Like,
Yeah.
who wrote these lyrics?
It's not good.
Like, it seems it's so I don't know. So
Yeah, it's
It's
wildly out
juvenile.
of touch.
very out of touch.
Yeah.
Um,
It's like if LMFAO made I'm sexy and I know it and put it out now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I think it would be better.
That song was a banger then.
I think it would still be a banger if it was put
Yeah,
out now. This
that's
is
true.
dog shit.
Yeah.
This is true dog
This
shit.
is the like
This is insulting.
the embodiment of the hamsters in the square cars. in
Well,
the
don't talk shit on the
commercial.
Kia
Yeah,
Soul.
all right.
I mean, you got a guy that
It's
Sorry,
an
drives
sorry.
a
affordable vehicle.
Nissan Cube, and then you got a Kia Soul over there.
Yeah, I think it's someone who like can't figure out. You know, if you're an artist as big as Taylor Swift, you kind of have to just like decide what you think people want from you and
Yeah.
give it to them. Because I mean, maybe this is her though. Like, you know,
Yeah.
kind
Yeah.
of like the bossy. I think I'm smarter than I am. I think I'm more clever than I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
But there is like when you get to her level, you kind of have to just like decide, okay, I'm gonna do this type of album now because that's what my fans either
Yeah.
want or don't expect me to
Or
do.
Yeah.
that's what the analytics are telling you to do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Data.
and the other thing that we don't talk about is that like, yeah, this is not made. It's not just her and Max Martin sitting around coming up with this stuff. It's a giant boardroom of people.
Yeah.
Like you know,
Yeah, with
you
a
need
whiteboard.
you need an army of people to have 23 variants out on the
Yeah.
same day while you're also in 3,000
Right.
theaters.
You know how
Yes.
stressed those people were? Just like, oh, variant number 23 didn't get shipped out to this Target.
What do you mean we're at a green
What the
puke
hell
guy?
are you talking about?
Yeah, I mean,
That's a good point.
it's just like the whole thing is fascinating. Where
Yeah.
it's like, where do you go from here?
Yeah.
Like,
Just
what-
more.
I think you take
Yeah,
a
probably.
break from
More.
here, you know?
I think she would have to. I
Yeah.
think like it's oversaturation. Just go away for 5 years.
Yeah.
Well, she's gonna get
if
married.
you possibly can.
Yeah.
She's
It
gonna
also
get-
seems like she needs to be in the front, like
Yeah.
front and center of culture.
If
Yeah.
if this album says anything about Taylor Swift to me, it's that she is like so like bloodthirsty for drama and headlines, like picking a fight with Charlie XCX for no reason. Like that's I mean, I don't who knows what's happening behind the scenes with them, but like she didn't need to make whatever it was public. Charlie XCX certainly didn't make it public with that Sympathy is a Knife song. Like that's not a diss track whatsoever.
No.
The father figure song was also kind of puzzling. Like that song seems to be talking about probably someone famous that she like took under her wing. I think people said it might be about Olivia Rodrigo. I didn't know
Yeah.
if they had
Oh,
a
yeah.
relationship whatsoever. But that song is like also kind of threatening to the person that she's talking about. Like there's there's the line about like
Your
sleep-
dick being bigger.
yeah, dick being bigger, sleeping with the sleeping with the fishes before you know you're drowning.
Yeah.
like that's
like pulling out Godfather
Yeah.
mafioso
you,
references.
You sent that TikTok to me last night of that guy singing it over an MF Doom beat, and it was perfect.
Yeah, it really.
I was
is,
like,
yeah.
damn, these are cold blooded lyrics.
Yeah.
Like it is. like that's weird.
Well, I think that video that Kim Kardashian posted is more revealing than I think a lot of people want to give it credit for.
Yeah.
Where, it's like they tell her about the lyric and she's like, no, that's great. It'll do this thing. And then when it serves her, then it's a horrible thing.
Yeah.
It's this, you know, it's like she is an operator. You don't get to be Taylor Swift by just being like, oh, shucks.
Yeah.
I'm just a girl from Pennsylvania.
What did they say about me? Oh, my God.
Yeah, exactly. No, you're constantly thinking of, and this just feels like a grand miscalculation.
Yeah, dude.
I mean, like she probably thought that I have it dialed in. I'm coming off the Eras tour. Everyone's gonna love it. It's gonna be another smash. Yeah. And now everyone's like,
get the fuck
again.
out of here.
Yeah,
she just could not have come off more unlikable on this record and more like, I don't even know how you relate to someone like this on this record. Like, she is widely regarded as an icon or a role model for like young girls, and I think like this record, if any, is like, I mean, the past couple, I think she's trying to stray away from that, but I think this one, there's no self-reflection whatsoever. Like Anti-Hero, not the best produced song or whatever, but the lyrics, there's self-reflection in it. Like she's talking about how she's, the bad guy and how she doesn't like that about herself. Now she's just the bad guy, and she seems to be, like reveling in it. She's fucking, bathing in cash and just like, I'm going to pick a fight with this person. I'm going to write a song about this person.
Yeah.
I'm going to write a song about how great my life is with Travis Kelce.
How
now
huge
we're going to
his
have
fucking
kids.
hog is.
Yeah, we're going to talk about how big his dick is and how many kids we're going to have.
We're
going
to
to
populate the neighborhood.
It's disgusting. It's so like, it feels like rich lady coded, like a a lady that you would see on like a Bravo TV show, like Real Housewives of fucking Atlanta, write an album, and you're just like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
Or Beverly Hills. I don't even. Atlanta's probably not the. It's probably more like Hollywood or something. Yeah, Pennsylvania.
Yeah. Should we
What
hit
else?
some CAs really quick?
I feel like I'm not done talking shit.
Okay, keep going.
I might,
you went deep.
I might have something else to say. I had something, but I can't remember what it was. Talking about high school, like,
dude,
like the lyrics in the high school song are about like, making out with a dude that has a girlfriend. Like, that's kind of fucking weird, of a personality trait to have. Honey is a funny song. Just lyrically, I feel like it's so disjointed. Like, every lyric doesn't rhyme. I think she thinks she can kind of do whatever she wants with lyrics, but it's just like, that one was the apex of like, I don't need to rhyme any words with each other. Just
Bob
say...
Dylan did it. Why can't I?
Like, that song just doesn't even make sense to listen to. Let's move into the CAs. Someone else go.
I'll go.
Okay.
This is a fascinating document that I never want to listen to ever again. Yeah, we talked about it, but this level of like a miscalculation of what maybe your public persona is or how it's seen by an audience, and like giving them something that you think they're going to respond one way, and the response is just like, mostly it's like repulsion.
Yeah,
It's weird to have a pop album where people are like, oh,
what the fuck?
And it's hard to say like what even is Taylor Swift at this point, because she is so massive. It means a million different things to a million different people, but mostly I am fascinated by this because I do feel like our long national nightmare of pretending to think that this stuff is important, and maybe that vacuum will start to be filled by like music that we respond to more. And I think you're already kind of seeing it, like seeing some of the energy behind younger bands and like cooler alternative artists has been like really heartening. And I think it does take some of these like titans to finally
these towers,
the statues to fall.
Yeah, it's like I feel like I have like the chain tied up to the Taylor Swift. Bring it down.
Yeah.
So that part of it is good. On a listening experience, I mean, it's truly baffling.
Yeah.
Like to think of how much money went into it, the talent of somebody like Max Martin, however many like seasoned label representatives that this thing passed through
Yeah.
and got put out
Yeah.
as is. Doesn't sound good. The lyrics are humiliating. There's like 3 maybe decent pop songs, and then the rest is just like only curious because it's the most famous person on earth embarrassing themselves.
Yeah.
And, it's just wild.
Yeah.
If I had to give it a rating, I'm going 2.6.
Wow.
2.6. Love it.
Okay, so I don't know if we'll ever get to talk about Taylor Swift again on this podcast. Probably, I kind of hope not, but I'm going to tee off here for a second. This album in particular feels like, and I'm not getting political, but like in the United States, it very much feels like we have an authoritarian government that's taking over, right? And so like this is like a microcosm of that, in that we are like, there's a lot of people that feel compelled and forced to listen to this, and it's being given to you from every angle. And what made me think of that was I saw a tweet from the iTunes Twitter account, iTunes, where you used to buy songs, that said that Taylor Swift's album was like their top selling thing or something. The iTunes Twitter account hasn't tweeted in like 5 to 6 years.
Oh, yeah.
So she
That's
is
awesome.
infiltrated. Her and her gajillions of dollars has infiltrated every angle possible.
The Toys R Us Twitter.
Yeah,
Literally.
the poor social media admin who had to try to find that password.
Yeah. That's
What was Steve Jobs' dog's name?
literally, she has infiltrated everything and served you this plate of shit and been like, listen to it. And the people, the bucket-headed people, like from SpongeBob, the Buckethead episode, that are like, yes, I love it, our leader, whatever, are immense. And she sold billions of copies, making billions of dollars. The thing that frustrates me about her in general, especially now, is that like there are so many other people that are more clever and more talented, both as a singer, songwriter, dancer, performer, whatever, that are, I would deem, worthy of the cult-like adoration that she has. She is not, she doesn't even crack the top 100 or 50 in guitar players, singers, dancers, performers. The only thing she's excellent at is marketing. And she's gotten us all there. And so now she's gotten a bunch of people to believe that this new album, however many tracks it is, like 14 tracks or something like that,
I don't think it's even that long.
12
yeah.
is good. And there's going to be a lot of people that think that. However, like Evan said, the one positive I can draw out of this experience is that this is the first time where I'm seeing people being like, oh, yikes, have a slightly objective opinion. However, there are the Swifties in my feeds that are, she can't do any wrong. And that's not what music is, and that's not what art is about. It's about being critical and expecting better out of people because, like we said, Taylor Swift is the prime example of a, like, white suburban out-of-touch mom that's bitching about her problems, and really she has none. So when it comes to the album, the production's boring. The lyrics are hilarious and laughable, but clearly no one's holding her in check. These pop albums, like what Sabrina Carpenter is putting out or whoever, are literally engineered in a lab, and it's shocking how many yes people she's surrounded by. I'm kind of basically copying what you're saying to allow this to happen. So all that is said, I'm giving it a 1 out of 10.
Damn, love it. Yeah, I don't think we've ever seen anything like this happen
No.
in the past however many years, maybe ever. I mean, this is like truly like a milestone and a spectacle of music that's happened. Like you have the biggest. This is why I like keep listening to this record because it feels like a moment in history.
Yeah. It's like the Kennedy assassination.
Yeah, I mean, maybe not quite that big, but like it feels like just
bigger.
Weird. It feels bigger. It feels bigger than that. But yeah, I mean, you have the biggest pop star, not even just pop star, but celebrity on the planet, one of the richest people on earth, and who has this cult following of people who say that she can do no wrong. Put out this record that is just so blatantly like like out of touch and weird and immature, and it's hard to argue that, and I think people for so long saw that of the Taylor Swift cult of just like, if you say anything bad about it, you're going to get destroyed. And there's, a certain amount of like a certain degree in your brain, you're just like, yeah, you don't get it. You don't talk shit on the Swifties. They are, fucking out of their minds. Leave them be. This one feels like, okay, the cult that is saying that this is good, you have full reign to just be like, fuck you, no, like, don't try to dox me or anything.
Yeah.
Like, you're like, that's bad because you're like your leader or whoever whoever Taylor Swift is at this point is showing her true colors, and it's not pretty at all. Like, it's just spiteful, and her songs are clearly coming from a place of just like hatred and negativity,
just
Yeah.
like
and
resentment,
and you can just feel that with the lyrics. And like, there's nothing about this record that like makes you really think harder about like your life or emotions or her life or her emotions. It's just like braggadocious stuff, and then when it's not braggadocious stuff, it's like her getting down on herself, but also calling herself, terminally unique, and bragging about her relationship with Travis Kelce. It's just like, I don't know who relates to this, like who can relate to this record. It just seems so off the wall to even like think that any of these songs were a good idea. Like Fate of Ophelia, Elizabeth Taylor, and Opalite, fine. They're not great songs, but the rest of them are just like they like really go to the bottom of the barrel of like what you can even say as a person. Like, I would never want any of my thoughts that are like this out there. You know what I mean? And if they were out there, I'd want to have some self-reflection of just like, yeah, some of this is my own psyche that I'm not like processing well, but there's none of that.
Or
It's
some
just
creativity in how you say it.
yeah, some creativity in how you say it. Like there's we're not even talking about like
Nuance.
just the poor choice of words and lyrics on this record, like savage, bad bitch, fire. These are all shit that just is out of style.
It's
like,
pandering
it's like anyone that hears the word trolling in like a ballad,
yeah. And
you're just like, what?
Oh yeah, I forgot she talked about trolling and memes.
Yeah, like that lyric is delivered with like true like
absolute
emotion,
sincerity,
honesty.
Yeah,
everything's just trolling and memes. You're like, am I watching a Nickelodeon show right now?
Is this Kids Bop?
Is this Kids Bop? Yeah, it's truly fascinating, and I do think that, like you said, with the Geese record and with Turnstile and with other bands, like you can even say like
Viagra Boys.
Viagra Boys, Black Country New Road.
Yeah.
Who else? I can't even remember. There's so many. Jordy Greep even.
Yeah.
Like having these like big moments this year, making like the weirdest music possible, and also like Charlie XCX last year putting Brat out, which is like a club record, and is kind of exists on the outskirts of pop music too. Have as big of a moment as it did. It does feel like this kind of music is dying, and that's a good thing because like if she's the representative of like what pop music is, like the highest form, then yeah, it's bad. Like we don't want that anymore.
Yeah,
no one wants it. Fucking Dave Portnoy wants it.
Yeah,
and he's a 45-year-old man who eats pizza online. Like, I mean, yeah, he has his corporation, but like, is this record for him? That guy? That's fucking
it's for
crazy.
mouth breathing, unintelligent people.
That's fucking crazy to
it's for people with hundreds of millions of dollars who feel like they've been wronged.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like, dude, no one's getting this. So yeah, I'm gonna give it a 2. I could give it probably lower, but I'm just gonna give it a 2. It's a 1.8 out of 10.
1.8. I mean, that's Travis Kelce's hog dog shit.
Travis Kelce's hog dog shit. Love it.
I think that's our first dog shit of the year.
That is our first dog shit of the year.
Yeah, it's been a while.
Feels
it has
liberating.
been a while.
I think the last one was former collaborator Jack Antonoff.
It was, yeah. It was the last Bleachers record. Yeah.
This is well deserving of a dog shit. There hasn't, I don't think in the existence of our podcast, there's not been an album that is of the wavelength that we would collectively talk about it,
No.
or in the cultural zeitgeist, it's more dog shit than this one.
Yeah, this is the stuff
It's a
that
historic
This is the
moment.
type of music that I live for. Someone to
Yeah.
just make a huge misstep, and we all get to go, "What the fuck were you thinking?"
And
That's
we
my
can,
favorite thing.
and dunk on them because they're a billionaire.
Yeah,
You know, it's
exactly.
not like we're spitting on the little guy.
yeah,
Yeah, and it's like her entire project has been about like I can have everything.
yeah,
You know,
And you do.
I can be the biggest pop star. It can also be the best reviewed albums.
yeah,
Yeah.
I can have all the cultural cachet. It can also be cool.
yeah.
And then this is like the result of finally getting it all. And it's
Yeah.
like, okay, you have it.
You
what do
have
you
it.
do now?
Oh,
It's like, I'm still miserable.
I'm,
Oh, you're
suck
truly
as a
tasteless
person.
and non-creative.
Yeah.
Cool. Now
Yeah.
we know.
Tasteless is a good word for it. There's really no taste behind making this or just like consuming it
It's
either.
boiled chicken
Yeah,
and rice.
it's.
man.
I think it's worse than that.
Yeah, I mean,
I think it's a dog shit.
It
It's
is
a Travis
a dog-
Kelce dog
Yeah.
shit.
Travis
Kelce's
Kelce's
hog
hog
dog
dog
shit.
shit.
I'll eat boiled chicken and rice. I'm not gonna eat dog shit.
No.
Even
or
though I
Travis
have listened to
Kelce's
this record
hog.
7 times because I'm like telling people about this record. I'm like, you gotta listen to it. It's fucking crazy.
You're helping the
I'm
cause.
kind of. Yeah, so it's a 1.8. It's a Travis Kelce's hog dog shit out of 10. Let us know what you thought in the comments. Were we too harsh on this? I don't think so.
No. It felt awesome.
But let us know what you thought of this album in the comments. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Follow us on Instagram and TikTok for podcast clips, comedy skits. Get the shirt in the description. Follow us on Patreon, $5 a month for weekly Patreon episodes. Thanks everyone for being here. It's I Quit My Band. We'll see you next time. Goodbye.